Kia ora and welcome along to the Met Service National Show from Monday the 20th of February. Taking a look at the satellite picture and the radar charts from this morning, you can see there's plenty of clear sky across both islands, and we are going to find that dry weather stays for many spots on the North Island as we head through into Tuesday and even in towards Wednesday as well. But we have got some wetter weather just coming in. You can start to see that cloud just creeping in towards the more southern parts of our patch. And as we go in towards tomorrow for Tuesday, we're going to find some fronts start to push up and across us, bringing some wet weather, some much needed wet weather down towards the southern parts of the country. Up north, high pressure sits across most of the North Island, generally keeping many spots dry. A touch more cloud though on the western facing coast, but it's down south. You can see as that next front creeps up from the south, it will bring some much needed rainfall towards parts of Southland and Otago. In fact, there are some severe weather watches in place for that rainfall as we head particularly through that second part of Tuesday and through towards the early part of Wednesday morning. Those watches are for those southern parts of western, south of Otira, also down towards parts of northern Fiordland, across and towards Southland, and also across towards Otago as well. Head along to the Met Service website for more information about those. So let's have a look at the weather up north. Generally, beneath that high pressure, things are looking at pretty settled through the morning time. A touch more cloud from time to time across those more western parts of the North Island. Out towards the east for Gisborne, a dry, fine-looking day there. For the afternoon, some plenty of fine spells across the North Island itself. There will be some isolated showers just springing up. You can see along that central spine of Northland, just where those winds come together. And similarly down towards, like I say, the Coromandel. Very isolated indeed, but I think we will find just one or two showers just sparking up as we head through in towards the afternoon. Across towards that eastern coast, it looks like a dry day there for the likes of Gisborne, highs here of 25 degrees Celsius. Heading southwards down towards Wellington, again, we will find it's a bit of a cloudy story. The cloud being pushed in on those northerly winds in towards Wellington, also the Carpentry Coast, those southern parts of Manawatu. On the other side of the hills, out towards the Wairarapa, another fine dry start today there, looking like a pretty decent one. Just more cloud across that western side, especially to start the day. As we head through towards the afternoon, some brighter weather down towards Wanganui, and a fine looking story there. Plenty of dry weather in store as well. There will be perhaps a little bit more cloud about the tops of the Taurua range. Might be enough to bring an isolated shower, but I think many spots will stay dry. Similarly, as we head up towards the likes of, say, Hawke's Bay, a dry day down towards the likes of Napier, but inland we might just find a few isolated showers as we head through the afternoon. But I think very isolated, many spots will stay dry, just seeing that cloud building up as we head through the afternoon. Down for the South Island, we are going to find that next lot of wet weather starting to creep northwards through parts of Western. Generally a cloudier story up in towards, say, Hokitika and Greymouth, and some showers to watch out for. More likely about the ranges at first, but we'll find them spreading down towards the coast later on. Head northwards towards, say, Nelson, Marlborough, and even towards Christchurch, Canterbury. It's a fine day, a dry day, and those winds will turn more northwesterly through the Canterbury Plains. And that's really going to help lift our temperatures as well. In fact, if you look at, say, Christchurch, it's an incredibly fine, warm day. Temperatures here up to about 30 degrees Celsius, but you can see on the western coast, it's a different story with that rainfall pushing in as we head through daytime and some heavier falls to watch out for, especially up in towards the ranges there. So do keep an eye on those severe weather watches and warnings as we head through the next few days, especially for that western coast. Out towards the east, it's a dry story as we go through Tuesday. As we head southwards, we'll start to find that rain pushing up towards us. You can see for most of the morning time, it stays south of, say, Foveaux Strait. So for the likes of, say, Stewart Island, might get some rainfall through the morning time. But for many spots of Southland and across towards Otago, it's a fine, dry and sunny start today. We will find that cloud pushing in towards the likes of, say, Milford for the morning time, and through the afternoon, that front continues to move northwards. Now, this is probably the most substantial amount of rainfall we've seen for a fair while down through parts of Southland and Otago, so it's worth keeping an eye on. There are those severe weather watches in place across this area, especially as this front just moves through us overnight, say Tuesday in towards Wednesday. Some heavier falls to watch out for as we go through the night time. But you'll notice temperatures still up into the 20s for many spots as we head through the daytime, but that will change as we head through the next few days. Speaking of which, as we head towards Wednesday, you can see we've still got generally that high pressure across most of us. So most spots, I think, will start off dry. As we head towards the end of the day, we'll start to find this wet weather pushing in towards the southern parts of the North Island, Te Akau Maui, but we will start to find there's more cloud on that western side as well. For the likes of, say, Napier, it's a few late showers more than anything else, but it's worth keeping an eye on the forecast. Northwards, though, up in towards Gisborne, even towards the Wairoa district of Hawke's Bay, generally a dry day, just that cloud thickening up as we head through the morning time. Down on the South Island, we have got this front continuing to move north. As you can see, it's still a fairly substantial band of rain. And it's worth saying there's going to be some cold air mixed in with this as well. So we might even find some snow level down towards, snow lowering down across those southern Alps down to around about 1,000 metres or so. So pretty unusual, but I think we are going to find a real change in temperatures as we head through the next few days, and that rain creeping northwards as we head through the daytime on Wednesday up towards, say, Nelson and Marlborough by the end of the day. But like I say, we have got a real change. Behind this cold front, there is that cold air creeping up. You can see quite nice. This is showing the change of air mass from that warm, moist air in the north to that much cooler air being driven up by those southerlies as we head through Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. And it's going to have a real impact on our top temperatures as well. If we look at how things are set to pan out for tomorrow, we've got highs of, say, 20 degrees Celsius down towards Invercargill, 30s with those northwesterlies in Christchurch. But as we head in towards Wednesday, that cold air creeps northwards. Top temperatures in Christchurch, 20 degrees Celsius. You can still get some warm temperatures across the North Island, but as we head in towards Thursday, that cold air continues to move forward, and you can see a real drop in those temperatures down across the South Island, 15 degrees Celsius. Compare that with those 30s at the start of the week. A real change in air mass and a real change in our temperatures as well. That's it from me. This is from metservice.com.